I want to be a writer. Consider it a proclamation, self-declaration, an announcement, or challenge, perhaps. But it's something I've been thinking about for quite a while now. I did quite a bit of writing in college, mostly screenwriting, a little bit of like traditional writing. I wrote 2 feature films in college for assignments, and I wrote a 12-page start to a novel. And just like as a hobby, I did a lot of short story stuff just throughout my life. And while I always enjoyed it, I never wanted to commit to it, if that makes sense. And I think the reason I didn't want to, or the reason I always said I didn't want to, is I had no interest in being a starving artist, right? I don't want to sit in a coffee shop all day writing and say, I'm just working on my feature film. Oh yeah, did it sell? Absolutely not. I have no buyers. Nobody interested, in fact. Because that's what I feel like I saw the profession as. It's something like pretentious people strive to do. And so I kind of wrote it off. It's like, oh, it's just a fun hobby. I'm never actually going to do it, though. But I graduated college, nary but a few weeks ago. And I've been thinking a lot about like my trajectory of life. And I'm young, I'm fresh, I'm hip. But I don't have anything figured out yet, and I don't expect to have anything figured out of what my life trajectory is going to be like at the dawn of a new era of my life. But what I did know is that I want to do something creative at the end of the day with my life. And I think that writing is not the most feasible, but the most intriguing to me, I guess. I think my skill sets are, at least the foundations are there to possibly pursue it. And I think when I was thinking about it, I realized that I don't have to commit to being this struggling, starving artist to be a writer. It's just simply, they don't go hand in hand necessarily. Like, I'm still going to have a job and get paid normally. But I think I want it to be more than a hobby, writing, that is, on the side. And really what it comes down to, whether that be writing in like screenwriting format, writing in like a novel. I have interest in doing both, and I think I'll try to do both, definitely. But the biggest hurdle for me in doing that, and I think for a lot of people who want to be writers, is the dedication and the amount of time you have to dedicate to something like that. Because the biggest hurdle is starting and finishing something of substantial work. Because nobody is born a great writer. And I wouldn't consider myself even a good writer. And what I learned from like lecturers at my school, professors, the main thesis is nobody is great to start, but the people that become great are the ones who never quit. Even though they weren't the most talented in their class or of their generation, the ones who really made it big just were relentless. And by nature of that unrelenting dedication is that they became great at it. Because like all things, practice makes perfect. It's so simple. And I heard that a lot through college, and it didn't really penetrate my skull. Because I'm like, well, but I'm not really that good though. So like, I feel like it'd be a waste of time if I really dedicate myself to something substantial. But then I realized that if I complete that substantial work, I will innately be better the next time I try to do it. It's like a building thing. And I think the other thing that was holding me back is like this starving artist, like the level of embarrassment I would receive if I did something substantial and it went nowhere. And that's really just a mindset thing, right? Because it does take a tremendous amount of luck, even if you write something good, to sell it or to make a lot of money on it, get a lot of people to read it. It takes a lot of luck because it's just a business, right? It's your connections. It's what's hot at the moment. It's who you met at what time. But it's really about, am I proud of the work at the end of the day? And I know 100% matter of fact that I can create something that I'm proud of. And if I already have a job that I'm getting paid enough to live, and I can make something, a piece of art that I'm proud of, that is a form of tremendous success. And if I do that enough times while continuously improving step by step, I 100% believe that something will shine on me and I'll be rewarded in the way of maybe monetary gain. Come on, guys, monetary gain. Or maybe someone else reads it and they find themselves inspired by it. or they like it, or they get inspired to write something that maybe becomes successful, then you have the domino effect of life, of impacting the world in your own special way. I think I could do that, but I think the only thing holding me back is this committing to it. So what is this video? What is this video for? It's for me. It's not for you. It's for me. Because I make a lot of like long-term series plans for the channel, like videos I want to make, and a lot of times I don't do it, especially in my shorts. I'm always like, I'm going to do every day. No, it's too much work if I'm being quite honest with you. Shorts, come on. This isn't like a video update series that I'm announcing about me being a writer. Maybe I'll do update videos, but it's really just to put it out into the world that this is something that I want, instead of just something that I'm afraid to admit for fear of like being a failure at it, if that makes sense. And I think that's kind of inspiring. I think a lot of people can connect with that, whether it be writing or with something else. The step of publicly announcing that you're committing yourself to something is a big step in of itself. That's kind of scary. But with the mindset of, I'm not looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm just looking to create something that I'm proud of and to get better at it. And by announcing it publicly, I'm holding myself to something, because, you know, it'd be really embarrassing if I made this video then never wrote anything. Right? That would be embarrassing. I think the thing I'm mainly going to start with is probably try a novel. Why not? I read a lot of them for sure, and I love them. So it would be cool if I created one of myself, and then like I got like it printed, so like I had a physical copy of it that looked like a book. That'd be pretty neat, I think. And it's possible. It's very possible for me to do it, and I think that I'm going to dedicate myself to doing it. I don't know. I wouldn't set a timetable because I've never done a novel before. When I wrote features, it was for classes, so it took me about a whole semester to do, like 4 months. Maybe it's a similar process if I dedicated that much time to it, but honestly, because I'm in such a tumultuous period of transition in my life, I don't know how much time I will have to write. But the important thing is dedicating time every day to do it. And I've started a little bit. I've started a little bit of stuff. Come on. But it's finding the small moments of phones off, no distractions. I'm going to do this for a half hour, 45 minutes, and see if we could build a little bit of momentum from there. Because they say, like, what, 30 days of doing something in a row builds a habit? Let's build the habit of creating, of art. And one day, you'll see this face in the back of a book. Think about that. Think of how inspiring that will be to me. Because this is all about me. So, that's my video. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to make videos like updating on my process. I just feel like I don't know enough about what it means to commit yourself to writing wholeheartedly to know what would come out of that. But hopefully somebody found any kind of value from this. I think that I did, just by talking through it and convincing myself that this is something that I want. Thanks for sticking around. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like book reviews, or you like these videos that really have no point except for me to talk to myself, and by extension, you. Still not getting better at the video endings, I'll tell you that.